I went and picked up my husband from the airport this morning. Had to leave the house at 6:45. So it was pretty early. He had a really long travel day. It was like 24 hours. So he's at home, about to fall asleep. And I have just under an hour to get a ride in before the sun sets. And it's pretty nippy, but it's at least not snowing finally, because it snowed every day this week. It's Saturday. I got the ride in on Monday. It snowed on me, and I just couldn't make myself go out in the cold wind and the snow. And I actually went out one day in my car, and I rode a route to scout out a Century route, but that was not gonna do. The shoulders were non-existent on these really fast roads. So anyway, I gotta find another place. I'm biking along and I'm realizing that my rear brake, there's nothing. There's no brake power at all. There is a little bit with this one. It's not very much though, so I need to adjust my brake. The sun just went behind a mountain and I can see again. So I was headed right for it. So my husband lost his job a few weeks ago. A couple weeks ago? I'm not sure. Anyway, he decided that instead of looking for a job to replace it, he's going to start a food truck. We did that once before, but we were both in it full time. No time to make money somewhere else to get it going. And this time, he's gonna do it by himself, and I'm gonna continue working my job so we have a stable income. Not as much as it was, but at least there's one income and we can pay our mortgage. So that's his plan. And after I picked him up from the airport, we were making stops in various places, picking up equipment he had ordered for the food truck. And he and his friend are gonna work on setting it up next week, getting that started. It'll take longer than 1 week. It will take longer than 1 week to get it all set up, but they're gonna start. Pioneer Cemetery. They used it until it flooded, and I don't know how bad the flooding was. I don't know if any of the coffins or anything floated to the surface, but they stopped using it after that. I've climbed high enough to see a little bit of the sun, so they moved the new cemetery to the top of the hill. I'm very leery of the food truck just because of our past experience, but it's my husband's dream, and so I'm gonna support him, and I hope that it does well, because I know he would love it. It is so chilly in the shade, and unfortunately I think I've got shade until I get home. Sunset is in 13 minutes. I think I'm gonna be out longer than that. What a beautiful day. So glad to see no snow and sunlight. The sun has set. I'm not too far from my car. Not bad at all. But look at how green. The snow fell, gave it lots of water, and then it warmed up just like that. Green. So on Thursday, my boss said, we're going to overtime next week. So that means I won't get home until about 6:45, 6:40, I think. And once I'm done with dogs and cats, it's gonna be too late for a ride in order to get to bed on time. So I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to do a ride at least once a week after work, and of course the weekends, but sure, I gotta figure that out. So that kind of bummed me quite badly. See you next time. And until then, get outside and let your cheeks get pink.